Hi guys, welcome back to Don's Crafty Delights. Thank you for coming back and joining me. Now this is part 4 of the Mother's Day mini album. Please do try and bear with me today. My toothache has got worse, my face is swollen, so for that reason I'm not going to put my face on camera. And as you can imagine, I'm in a lot of pain, but still we will get through this as well as we can. Right, so where we kind of left off was making all your cards and things to go inside your envelopes and your pockets on the back of the envelopes. I have done all mine. I have done a little bit of decorating inside as well, but I still have a bit to do, so I will finish that with you. But I have got all of my cards inside my envelopes, pockets, whatever you wish to call them. And then on the backs here I have another card photo mat, okay, and the little tags that I printed out and just backed onto some black that slide in now, and I have put those in all the way through like so. Okay, also while I was off camera, that other little piece of strip that we used from the sides, so the front cover, I placed it on there. I made a little tuck spot out of it in the back cover, and then I've just placed another tag and a card in there like so, okay, to take the plainness off of the back like that. And then inside the front cover I have just a tiny little tag that I've cut down there so it fits in the pocket, and I printed with love mum and edited that on just paint, nothing special, just went on to paint and edited that, put the writing across it, and just put another little strip across the bottom there. And then this here is again from Michelle Art Designs, from the paper collection. It is actually an insert for, you know, like a birthday card or something. You print them out and place them inside your cards to take off the plainness inside, which is absolutely adorable. But I printed it out again, I've edited it on paint, and if you can see that, I've just put "to a wonderful mum on Mother's Day" on there. Okay, just a cute little card. It's plain inside. Okay, but I thought that would be lovely just to tuck inside that little pocket there, and then you can write a nice little message in there for your mum to yeah, for Mother's Day. So right, anyway, what I have used through this to decorate on here, all I have done is I've used a die cut from Joy Crafts, which is called Autumn. Absolutely love this. It's like autumn leaves. It looks a little bit like ivy as well to me. Absolutely so cute, and you know, you can cut it apart and use it however you wish to. I actually picked this one up on eBay. It wasn't very expensive at all, about £4 I think it was. But when I saw it, it was like, I've got to have that. So yeah, me being me, I grabbed it while I could. And I do believe there's a collection of those as well. You can have the circle one as well, if you can see that on the back. It creates a circle. So that is absolutely lovely. And then all I've done is I cut loads of those out. 6 of them I think I cut out in black. and I just cut them apart in pieces to create this piece down the bottom here. And then using my X-Cut flower punch, I'm not sure if this is, I think this is a medium sized one. Sorry, the glare from the, there you go, you can see that. Tiny little flower, cut some out in black for the base of the flower, and then using my scraps from this, I've cut out another one just to lay out on there, like so. So you just use the cut apart piece from the leaves and then the little flower on there, and then just stuck a little black flat back in the centre of that flower. Okay, and then I've done that on the front side of them pockets just to take off some of the plainness, like so. Okay, and then on the back side of the pockets, again using the same one, and I'm going to be doing that with yourselves now. I've just again used the same leaves, cut them apart and stuck them across the bottom of the pocket there, just to take off some of the plainness and give it a little bit of prettiness. So I've stuck the leaves down that I've taken apart, as you can see on there. Oh, that one there needs a tiny little bit more glue. Okay, and then we're going to be sticking some flowers on there. So I've tried to sort of do a bit of decorating as I could, so it wouldn't be so boring for you to, you know, sit here and watch me waffle on and do this while on camera. I will be using this tiny little pot. All it is it's filled up with high-tack glue, but it's one of those precision points. It has the metal nib on it, and I got this from Beautiful Lady Jane on YouTube. Thank you so much, darling, for sending these, and that was from Let the Wishing Begin. So that was taking part in that, and it's so nice to be able to do that as well, because of you know, it's so nice to be able to give back. It's not just about receiving, it's actually giving back. So, you know, and I love giving because I just love to see someone open it, you know, and the thought of it's so nice because I could actually do that for someone and they could receive something that they wanted, you know. It's absolutely lovely. So I have done that for a few people on there now. Yeah, and I've got back from Jane. She was my fairy godmother that day and granted my wish for my little precision tip glue bottles, so bless her heart. Thank you for that. I've also received from Julie, Olivia Crafty Boutique. She granted another one of my wishes, so thank you for that as well, darling. So all I'm doing is sticking these flowers on here. And I'm just going to go through quickly and place these on here. So, hope you can see this, what I'm doing. It's not really, the back of this leaf has come up. Just place a little dab on there and stick that down. So, blob on the back. All I've done with these flowers There is loads of videos out there, so I'm not going to sit and do that with you now, unless, you know, someone particularly asks me to do a tutorial on them. But you just punch these out, and then using something that you can mould and shape your flowers with, just lay them onto, you know, like a soft padded mat. And I just use a mouse mat. I've not gone out and bought anything fancy. I like to save money and you know, bargain buy where I can. And I just went into the pound shop, and they have a section there where you can get where did I get it from? The place where they sell all the DVD covers and the headphone sockets and all that kind of stuff. And I just picked up a plain black mouse mat from the pound shop, and that's what I use to mould all my flowers onto. And I'm waffling on again, aren't I? So, right, okay, let's get this finished as quickly as we can, and then we will go to the outside and decorate on the front cover. It's entirely up to you, obviously, what decorations and things you wish to put inside. I didn't want to put excessive amounts in here and go mad with embellishing this, because the paper itself is so beautiful, and you know, you don't want to sort of take the focus away from that. So yeah, I just thought a tiny little die cut leaf on there and a tiny little flower in the corner, and I think that is just about right. If I put anything else on there, it's going to kind of take the focus away from the paper, and I don't want that because it's absolutely stunning. So I do believe this paper here as well is actually an old one, so I will have to check with Michelle that she's still got it on her shop. As if you ladies are after it, obviously she's going to have to put it back up there, isn't she? So, but I think she would do that anyway. She is very good like that. If you just go onto her Facebook page as well, this one wasn't actually on there, it was being sold off a little while ago for £1.50 a packet. Oh, sorry, that would be in dollars, not in pounds. So yeah, very, very cheap. So for us ladies here in the UK, you know, that's about £1.20 a pack, something like that. But yeah, because of it being an old one, I think she was trying to kind of sell it off, but it is absolutely stunning. And remember, these are digital products. These are not, you won't be sent out a paper pad. You'll be sent a JPEG file, so you can print off on your own computer. You just download the file and then you can print off the papers. And also the good way of doing that is you've always got them on your computer, so you know you're not going to sort of run out as such. And then all I've got here is some flat back beads. I think these are 6mm ones, so I've just emptied a few out onto a little pot here. And move this over so you can actually see what I'm doing, and then I'm just going to use the black ones, and I'm just going to place them inside these flowers on here that I've just placed. So a little dab of glue on there, and then I just use one of these gem pencils. You can actually pick these up reasonably cheap. I was selling them in my shop a little while ago, but I will have to rearrange my shop. I took a lot of stuff off of there because we were doing a bargain bin over on Facebook, so a lot of stuff went over there and was being sold off quite cheaply. So I need to rearrange my shop and put all my bits and pieces back on there, obviously. So I'll just go through quickly, stick these gems down. These flat back pearls, rather. They're pearls, Donna, not gems. Come on, get with it. Sorry, my head is all over the place. The pain I am in today is really unbearable. I've been so short-tempered today and snapping at everyone, and it's not their fault that I'm in agony. Bless them. But they put up with me. They love me still. I suppose they have to, you know. I'm mum. They want their dinner cooked, so they have to put up with me. Joke. Oh, hello, Tiggy. Tiggy's come to say hello. He's had his dinner, so he shouldn't pester. I'll get this done and go and do myself something to eat, and it's been impossible to eat. It's so painful at the moment just to be able to move my mouth, and you know, to do more than talking or yawning or trying to drink anything at the moment is just unbelievable. Just to open my mouth in that movement to put your, you know, when you put your lips around a cup to drink. Ouch. That hurts. As you can imagine, all my gums are swollen, all my, well, the bottom half of my face is all swollen. And I did start taking my antibiotics yesterday, so I'm hoping kind of by tomorrow they'll be in my system and starting to work. But obviously tablets take a couple of days to get into your system, don't they? So I was kind of expecting a little bit worse today than what I had yesterday, but hey ho. Right, okie dokie. So that's that done. So you have, let's start from the beginning. So this is the front. Okay, this is the inside cover. And then you have your flower and your leaves on there, and on the fronts of the pockets, as I showed you before. Okay. And you just got that tiny little bit of decoration all the way through. As I said, it's not worth, sorry, there is some little bits of white on there, but that's glue seeping out, so but they'll dry clear, you won't be able to see that. Okay, this is the inside back cover. As I said, I just stuck that down on there, which was the leftover piece from doing this on the fronts. So it was a leftover piece, and yeah, I just made a couple of little pockets in the front and the back to put a couple of cards in, so it's not too plain. Right, okay, so we're already on 18.5 minutes. So what we're going to do is get the front decorated, and I'm actually going to tie this up to make my life a little bit easier to hold it together. Obviously you can, you know, it is entirely up to you how you want to embellish your pages, but I think that's just right. When that's held up like that, you know, there is a tiny little bit of movement. If you pull that tighter, there won't be, but I think that's just about right. And then just laying that down like that. What I've done is I've cut up another piece of another one of those die cut leaves, and as you can see, I've cut it apart. This is what it looks like when it's fixed together. Sorry, come over here. that's what it looks like when it's fixed together. And then I've just cut this piece off, obviously, and then on the insides I've just cut that piece off as well, so you get 3 pieces on there. I've cut down another tag and distressed around the edges of that. Obviously it was too long, there was another bit on there about yay big, so but I wanted this to be able to go onto the front here. And again, it is entirely up to you what you put on there. I've just made some little paper flowers, again using the punch, X-cut punch. I've just made some little flowers that I'll be sticking on with that. I'm not too sure if I'm going to put anything else on there right at this precise minute. I will have a look once I've stuck these bits down and see how we go. So all I'm going to do with this, I'm going to actually put some foam tape on the back of here because I want it to stand up a little bit and sort of pop out from the backing. So if I put these bits over this side that I'm using, and then I can push this backwards and forwards out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. So all this is a reel of foam tape. It's probably about 1 mil thick, which is enough for what I want. And I love this stuff. You get reels of this from the works, with about 5 sheets of sticky pads as well, I think, for about £1. So, you know, I love this stuff, use this all the time. And I tend to go more for the tape because you can cut it down to the size that you want it without having to try and find, you know, obviously bits and pieces and dots and squares, and you know, that's going to be small enough and suitable for what you want them for. So with the tape you can just cut it off and use it how you want. So that's all I've done. Stuck 2 strips across the back there. Take the backing off of them like so, and then I'm just going to place this at an angle on the front here, and once they're stuck down, they're not coming off, they're not going anywhere. You can get them off, but you know, you will be ripping and tearing all your paper and stuff trying to get them off. Okay, so that's just stuck on there, and just by having that, you know, that little millimetre gap around there just kind of makes it pop off the page. Right, so then I'm going to take a couple of my leaves, again using my precision bottle. This will be the last video, ladies and gents. Sorry, I keep forgetting we have gentlemen as well, so please forgive me. This will be the last video with you, and then, as I said, what we will do is I will print out, make you up a JPEG file actually, and put it on my blog so you can print that out and use it as you wish, with all the measurements for the mats and bits on there. Stick them down on there like so. And then I'm going to get the other piece here, which would have come off this end like that, which I didn't really want, so I wanted something to go up that way. So we're just going to put some glue on the back of that one. And then placing that I think. They look nice. Obviously you don't have to copy, the same as me, you know. Yes, I'm using paper flowers and such. You can use silk flowers or, you know, wild orchid craft flowers, whichever you like to use, really, entirely up to you. But as I have used these flowers actually through the book, I thought I would use them on the front as well. So we'll stick these black bits down first. I know you're not going to see these against the black leaves as such, but it does just kind of pop out as you know, a little bit of extra decoration on there, like so. I will not actually be giving this one to my mum. Don't kill me, don't say, oh, wicked cat, she ain't sending nothing. I am sending her something. I have actually already arranged for my mum to receive something very nice and special from me, but it won't be this album. She has already got a beautiful album that I made her a little while ago, and she said, please no more albums, I'll let you know when I need one. So yeah, she's still filling up the one that she's got at the moment. So once I have made this will actually be up for sale on my Etsy store. So, you know, if you want to pop over, and if you don't fancy making one yourself, this will be up for grabs on my Etsy, and I will leave the links to that below. So that's just like so. It's very pretty. And then obviously using the black gems, if I can get them turned over the right way. Normally you just give this a tap on the side and they all sort of turn over the right way, but it's not going to work today. Of course it won't, because we're filming. Nothing ever works. Have you ever noticed that, ladies? When you want it to, it never does. And when you're filming, everything goes wrong. Every time. So, never mind. We learn to live with this stuff and, you know, carry on as we mean to go. So, okay. This is my last gem. I will be sorry. Flat back, pearl. They're not gems. That's the last one I will be placing on the front there. So we can just put these away in here. I have a big rack over there, and it is actually a spice rack, but I keep all my gems and my pearls and everything in there, and it just spins round with all my jars in, and keeps them all over there neat, tidy, together. Recommend it to anyone. Love it. It's just, you know, it holds 26 jars, I think it is, and it just spins round, so you can get to them, access them easy. Right, okay, so I'm just going to let that glue dry off where I've stuck those pearls down in there. As you can see, there's a tiny little bit of glue, but as I said, that will actually dry flat. And then I think what I'm going to do is just put a bit of sparkle over them leaves very quickly. So using Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. Yeah, and it's just called Sparkle. Yeah, my bestie Sarah gave me. All it is a pen like so, and and then you just push the fluid into it, which fills it up, and then it's kind of invisible, but once it's dried it gives a lovely sort of glimmer on there. It just has very, very fine glitter in it, and does look absolutely amazing on any sort of project. You can use it on your flowers. I went over these making some wooden embellishments and kind of made them all sparkly, which was really nice. It came out really, really well. So just do this very quickly and go across these like so. That'll be on there. That will dry because it's picking up the wetness from it at the moment, but that will actually dry on there and it will just be very nice and sparkly. Not too sure if you can see that. I'll probably pick up a little bit of sparkle. You can see it shining where it's wet, but you can't see the sparkle yet until that's dry. So that's it, guys. We're all done, we're finished. I've not placed anything on the spine again because of these beautiful papers. I think they just speak for themselves. I don't think it needs anything on there. And all I've done on the back of this is obviously put my own little punch on there. It says handmade by Donna English, Don's Crafty Delights, and I've just placed that across the back on there. So that's it, guys. That is the Mother's Day mini album. I'd like to say a massive thank you for all of you for coming over and joining me. As I said, there will be pictures and details for this on my blog. I will leave the link for that below, and please feel free to download the measurements that I've put on there for yourselves, and you know, have fun creating. And this will be for sale in my Etsy. So thanks again, guys. Mwah. Love to you all. You are absolutely wonderful people. Thanks for coming by. Bye for now.